Good morning, traders. This is Trader Rob. Today is Thursday, September 18th, day 14. Can't believe it's already been 14 days into this challenge. And I've just been having an absolute blast with it. I know that the responses have been really encouraging, that, people are kind of opening their eyes up to trading in kind of the similar fashion as I trade, with volume and just key levels, just combining those two trading ideas into a really good winning strategy. Just finding super A++ setups, taking 1-2 trades per day. It's been a little slow this first part of the week, and that's to be expected. Yesterday with FOMC was a tough day. If you guys watched the video from yesterday, highly encourage it, because I really go into how I'm finding my setups, my entry, my stop loss, my take profit areas, and I'm showing you guys that, so that if this is a style of trading that you're interested in, each and every day in these videos you'll get a little nugget to help you in that journey. So let's get into the intro, and right after that I will start mapping out my day, see what I can find on the ES, the NQ, kind of explain the rule-based mechanical strategies that I'm versing right now, and to be honest with you, beaten right now pretty good. So we'll get into that right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's start off on the ES, which is what the chart I have here. I already have my high volume nodes mapped out, and I'm just finding peaks, in the chart that stick out, that have some high volume. Obviously, we rolled over contracts Tuesday, and the volume. It's now computing volume for the new contract. So just be aware of that too when you're looking at your charts on the volume profile. So I usually start on the 1 hour to find my high volume areas, and then I'll come down to the 15-minute and find some key levels. And again, so I've got a level right here at the 66.90. I've got a level. I'm just looking for areas that break structure and that have a impulsive move to the side that I'm marking off. So as you guys can see, this level here, we broke structure. This level here, we broke structure to the upside. And again, and if you're like, Rob, how do we find these levels? They're in the description below of this video. You'll see a video that explains exactly how I come up with these levels. Each and every morning in my Discord, I provide you guys the levels. You can join my Discord for free right here, Rob's Levels. Every single day they're posted on the NQ and the ES. I map out the 15-minute and the 5-minute levels that I see. This was FOMC price action, which was extremely volatile but extremely choppy at the same time. We finally did break out to the upside. So within this big volume pocket, I don't really have a 15-minute level, so that kind of stinks. I've got another level right here, easy one to spot. Bring this down just a little bit. Let me just see what we have on this side here. All right, I got a level right here that's just a fantastic level, but I believe that's where price action probably tapped into during FOMC. It did, right to the tick. I mean, that's how powerful those levels are. You combine them with volume, and you'll really start to see some crazy things. So this area here for me wouldn't be the greatest, just because it already tapped into volume there. But as I'm looking at the order book, let me just see if that area, well, there's probably actually going to be a lot of stops right there. Not interested. And then, even though I don't think that we'll get down here. Whoops, sorry about that. Even though I don't think that we're going to get... Oh, no. Nope. Those are my weekly bands. All right here. All right, we've got another level right here. Oh, this is that pocket of... This is a great setup from yesterday. I was still not able to trade. You can make a... Let me blow this up a little bit so you guys can see it a little easier. Got an area right here, but it's tapped into it. Yeah, not much. Not much am I seeing here. So I got some levels outside of high volume areas. Let me see what the 5 minute shows me. Maybe we could find a 5 minute level that makes sense. All right, so first of all, up here, you've got a 5 minute level right here, not super strong. All right, we got a level right here, down here. Again, I would be looking for a long on this setup, and this volume is sitting on the back side of the volume profile, so I would not be interested in taking an entry there. Could possibly use it for a stop loss, but don't really see nothing here. You guys can see that there's just, this was straight up right here. There's no, there's nothing really here that would interest me. And then let's go down here. All right, I got a 5 minute level right here. That interests me. As you guys can see on the volume profile, it's in an area that I would love to take a look at, which is kind of being very similar to what the setup was yesterday. So now I can delete these volume bands just so that you guys can see this a little clearer. We got another level right here. Can map that one out on the 5 minute. All right, so I would be interested right now. Let me just, sorry, let's go here. This I would be interested in as an entry. So I'll dash that line. And then I'd be interested on this one as a take profit area, which would be a pretty big trade. So I might need to refine this one just a little bit. Just looking at the profile, right here would be my first target. And this would be a pretty easy target to accomplish, I would think. All right. So about a 4.5 point trade there. I like it. And then as far as a stop loss, pretty simple. Right at the bottom of this high volume peak. Somewhere right around there. And that would be the setup that I would be interested in on the ES for today. See how easy that was? I mean, not much to it. I've got an area where price action would have an easy time to get down to my TP, come right back and have an easy time to get to my take profit, at least one. Take profit 2, to be honest with you, the easiest spot would be right there, because this is all free flowing right into our TPs. And that would be almost about an 8 point trade right there. I love it. So now we'll take a look at the NQ. Again, starting off on the 60 minute, I've already got the high volume nodes kind of mapped out. So I will then jump into the 15 minute. And let's find some areas. We've got a 15 minute level right there. Would not be interested in this level right here, just because, as you can see, as price action did break structure, we tapped into it again. So for me, how I look at volume, that would be an area that I would not be interested in. Same thing with here. Even though we have the V that I'm looking for, we've got the break of structure. This is just not an area. If this was a red candle here, you can maybe make a case for it, but I'd rather find something that's a little bit more convincing. This is a great area. 24,564. Let's see this candle here. Not interested. this down just a little bit. There we go. You obviously got a huge level right here with price action. And let's see. And then our next area would be, our next level would be right here that I would find on the 15-minute. But again, this one gets knocked out, I believe, with the FOMC spike. It does. So this almost knocks out all the volume from this high area. So I would have to find right here is a good one. Yeah, it's a good one. Let's see. Let's pull this up a little bit. Nope, tapped into it already. Not interested. We've got an area right here and a level right there. All right, let's jump down to the 5-minute. And let's see what we see. All right, we got a 5-minute level right here. Don't think I would be very interested in that yet. We got a level all the way at the bottom here on the 5-minute. Nothing that I can formulate right there. We got a level right here. Again, not in an area I'd be interested in. Nothing there. Let's delete this volume just to make things a little clearer. Nope. All right, I do have a 5-minute level right here, which coincides with a high volume peak right here. I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. Let me just see what else I can find right underneath that to the left. Come on. All right, let's see what we got right here. So I got a level right here. I think that would give me a good stop loss area. Okay, I like it, I like it, I like it. Let's get back to that entry right here. All right, let's see what we can find out. All right, so just looking at this, I can already see something that interests me. So this I can find as an entry. I like it. Dash. Let's delete this band, make things a little easier. Sitting really nicely on the volume profile, as you guys can see. Free flowing back for a TP. Make this green. Identifies my TP. That could be a TP2. TP1 would be very, very easy right there. Very easy. Let's dash that. And then stop loss. This would be my stop loss. Looks a little big right now, but let's see if we can refine it. Red, dash, apply. All right, so I would say somewhere right around here would be pretty great. Got two little levels here of defense. I love this trade. Good setup. 24,269 would be an entry. 24,301. Man, that's 30 points. Holy crap. Well, this was FOMC. Hey, you know what? And if that's the case, and that might be just a little big than my average trade, let's take a look at the volume profile. Like, if I can expand it for you guys to see it. I actually feel my entry would be perfect right there. TP1, you can make a case for right here, and that would be, shit, even that's 20 points. I am interested. I am interested in this setup. I like it. Dash that out. Okay. So this would be a setup that I would be looking at for this morning. So I've got a setup on the NQ, and we've got a setup for the ES. And we are, in this matchup, we are versing my mechanical rule-based strategies. The bottom strategy is the 15-minute Rob reversal. It's a very simple 15 minutes on the NQ. It's a candle pattern with very, very specific rules that I am looking for. And on the top right side is my 5-minute inside bar gold strategy. And again, that's time-based. It's one trade per session from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. And then on the top left is my oil 5-minute inside bar, which has 2 sessions that go from 8 to 9 a.m. and then from 9 to 10 a.m. It allows you to take one trade per session on that first inside bar that you see. Very specific take profit, stop loss rules that are in those. And if you're interested in trading any of these, I have them for NinjaTrader, where it will take the trade for you, which is kind of nice. All you got to do is subscribe and leave me a comment below that you want it. And if you want to learn about the strategies, they are linked in the description below. But if you do join my Discord, I've got the video that explains it. I've got the exact rules for the strategy, when to take it, what your TP, your stop loss is, and they're all explained here in detail. So Discord's a valuable tool. Let's see here what we can get from the markets, and wishing everybody a profit-filled day in the markets. See you guys in a little bit. All right, we're back. So I was able to find a setup that looks kind of interesting here. This is on the ES at an entry at 66.90, 75. A lot of volume sitting right here and at 66.90. Real tight stop, 66.87. So not much risk out here. Right now, the TP that I'm showing is a 66.97 and a 67.01. I might need to refine that just based on how price action, what happens in this little area right here. So I'll be monitoring this trade, but it looks interesting for me as of right now. All right, as you guys can see, got into this trade. Obviously, got no confirmation candles at my entry. Got a confirmation candle down here. Very, very tight stop. Not risking much on this trade. And even though I could very easily target the 66.94, they are pretty heavy. This 91, actually 91.25 would be a great spot that I can see price action having a pretty easy time getting into. I say easy time, but sellers are a little heavy right now. So I'm going to be really close with this stop here. Next layer of defense would be at the 80s. But yeah, it's been super heavy. Just don't know I want to risk that many points on a setup now that looks kind of heavy to me. I'd like to see the buyers kind of step in here, which they are. 85s, I'm gonna bring this down just a half a point. Oh, shoot. Right there. If I get stopped out there we go. So not the greatest setup there. So that was the first L for the day. But I like the setup. Thought it was a pretty low risk trade, but didn't work out. All right, see what else we can find. All right, quick update here. As far as the mechanical strategies, took a loss in gold, took a loser in oil session 2, and I did up the contract size to 3 micros. And then obviously we got a really nice winner here on the 15-minute Rob reversal, which, let's see what that brings our account to. That one's down $18 for today. So the only thing that could help it at this point would be maybe another 15-minute Rob reversal, if we get lucky. As far as setups, it's been pretty quiet. I did like this area at the 6709.25, and we came up about a point short right here. And I felt really good about TP1 and TP2, but this trade now looks like it went without me, which kind of sucks. I did have a good confirmation candle here too. Just a point short and a few minutes late. We got a few setups that I've identified. The 66.75 could be interesting. A lot of volume stacked up there. And then obviously we've got our original idea here at the 62.52 down to the 66.50. I would want to wait to see where we get a confirmation candle on here. Going to be trading for about another hour and a half, so we'll see. We'll see what the market gives us. But this setup now really kind of lost a lot of its legs in my opinion. But again, I'll wait to see what if anything we can get confirmation on the 10 or 15 second candle, and we'll take it from there. Stick around. All right, so a nice little winner there. Didn't even really have a chance to explain much, but what I noticed was, if you looked back at my original setup, I had an entry for a short at the 67.09, which I'm still going to look at right now. But then the 67.01 got super heavy, which was my level for my TP2. So I just took the confirmation candle that I got right here and took this one for about a 4-point winner. And I believe that might have got me back to, is it back to green for the day? No, still down 19 bucks, but a nice winner right there. A really nice little winner right there. I'm super happy about that one. So I'm going to take a look at the 67.09 now and see what I can get. I don't like this so much right here, just because of the fact that we came a point away from our entry and pretty much did exactly what I thought it would do, get to TP1 and TP2. But again, sometimes you just kind of have to switch the strategy around here and just go with what makes sense on the order book. So super excited for that one. All right, let's see what else I can get. All right, another little update here. Got a set up at the 24,700. A lot of volume stacked up. Psychological number. I don't play into that at all. But it just happens that it's right at the 24,700. So there are a shit ton of people that do believe in that. So on this trade, if I was to take it on a confirmation candle, I would want to see like a touch or maybe about a point or two of drawdown maximum. Keeping this at 24,693. Yeah, I mean, if it blows through the 24,700 without a confirmation, I'm not interested at all, because even this 693, this little buffer right here doesn't have a lot of volume that's giving me a good feeling about it. But I would love to take the reaction off of this piece of volume, and then my first target would be at the 24,715, which would be about a 15-point target. TP2 would be at 24,725, but we'll see if we get it. I'm going to be on the charts for, man, maybe another 30 minutes, so we'll see if I get this set up here. The ES, what do we have? So the ES, I'm still looking at this. Now this 96 looks like, a lot of support there. Huh. Let's see what we, the 96 is going to tap into right now. Target 91, 92, right there. Let's see if I get any type of confirmation here. This wasn't really what I was looking at, but this just popped up. Let's make this green. Dash. Let's see. Well, tapped into it. Let's see. I like it. There's my TP. Let's make a tight little stop here. All right, let's see what happens here. Just a quick little play down. $67.01. That would be a good level of defense. 6,700. Again, if it gets through the 98s, don't like this trade at all anymore. So the 98s would be right around here. I wouldn't be interested in anything at that point. So let me change this to red. Dash. A little push. Little push. Let's see what's going on here. So the 91.25 is where it's being defended. Yeah, 92. I like it. I like this a lot. Let's go. It's going to go to the 91s. 91.50. That's my feeling, at least. I can't tell a market what to do. A little bit of ping pong here. Okay, buyer stepped up a little. Ooh, missed it by a point there. I actually missed it by a tick. So now they're going to want to look at that 98. Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, they're strong right now. Buyers are strong. I missed it. It was at that 92 and a half. Actually, no, it was a tick. 2 ticks. So we'll see. We'll see here if they can defend. Like I said, the 98, anything after this 98, I'm not really a big fan of. Let's take a really quick look at this NQ. Okay. A lot of buyers just came in. A lot of buyers just came in. But that 91.25 right here just looks so inviting. Looks so inviting. Dang it. Let's see here. Nope. $91.50, $91.75 area that needs to get rebalanced. Still don't like it. Buyers are still pretty strong. Buyers are still strong. Let's see. Okay, some sellers just stepped in. Now the 92.50. Now the 92.50 is where they're... that seems like the most logical at this point. Not liking this. I am not liking this whatsoever. Nope. I think I'm ready to punch out. Maybe I'll give it the 98s. They're not showing me anything. Had my chance right here. Right there. Let's see. What's it the NQ's doing? Yeah, NQ's moving. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Buyers need to come in real strong right here. And for me, sellers really need to defend. I'm not sure I'm going to get the defense, though, that I'm looking for. All right, if I can get this to be a red candle here, I would feel really good about this trade at this point. I wish I could jump down to the 10-second. Come on. This is decisive right here. Right here. Okay, I like it. All right, I like it. Let's go. They're defending. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I almost feel like taking another position. I might even take another position. I did it. All right. Still keep my stop loss there. And I think we can... All right. Well, let's see. Let's move this to the 94. Right there. We can get out of at least one of these positions here. Line in the sand here again. Not liking it. I thought we'd get a stronger push on that move there. It's kind of slowed down here a little. They need to come in pretty strong here. Let's go. Take me out of that one position. Great. Let's lock in a profit. Let's lock in a profit here. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. Beautiful. Beautiful trade. You could only do that with order book, people. I'm telling you. If you don't have volume in the order book looking at you, you can't do that trade. It's quite impossible. I told you, my line in the sand, 66.98. Let me just make sure that we're all nice. All right. Orders. I mean, beautiful trade. Like I was going to say, I had my line in the sand at the 66.98. And I'm sorry, I should have gone down to the 10-second candle. I've got it here on the side chart here, which is what I use for my confirmation, my order entry. Excuse me. Once I saw the secondary confirmation, I had all the conviction in the world to take a secondary position, and was able to scale out of that position really, really nicely, and got right. I mean, the 66.92, it's exactly where it needed to touch and exactly where it went. So took a early loss this morning, came back pretty damn strong. Pretty damn happy with the trading today. Let's take a look here. Yeah, so one loser and 2 winners today. Very nice. I think that's a wrap for me. The NQ is something I'm very interested as well at the 24,700, but it's 11:10. I gotta go. I hope you guys got some value out of this. I'm having an awesome time, and I'm hoping you guys are having an awesome time seeing how I trade. Take care, everyone.